This is going to be the most important video, if not the most important video on this channel, because I'm going to talk about the reason of the number one problem that people face during personal development. Now, we all want to grow into this higher version, and we always say that we have this certain lifestyle that we want, and we feel as though we deserve it, which we do. When you truly want it and you feel that urge to just start doing the action, so you just do it for a couple days or a couple weeks or even a couple months, what you'll do is you'll do it, and then you'll reach a burnout point, and then you rinse and repeat. So what happens is you find yourself in this cycle so long because you don't see any results, but you do this certain thing every day to remain consistent, and maybe you'll fall off every day. A couple days out the week, but we all aren't perfect. But still, you still fall into the cycle of still quitting for a little bit. And that's where your alignment has to be so locked in with your vision that you don't fall off so much, because I can partake in that as well, because I stopped doing content for a while, all to the fact of me having illusions to myself of what people thought of me. Because yes, I used to think about what people thought of me, even though I might have seemed like I'm this outgoing person around my friends. When I reached public interviews, something in me didn't want to ask them because I was still shy. Sometimes it may seem impossible. You enter this mindset, you have to go into this with the intention of rewiring your entire mindset. That's the only way this will work, because you are rebirthing your entire mental state. So it may seem like it's impossible, but the fact of the matter is you just take a one step further forward every day. And the consistency of doing this, and this is the only way that the alignment of what you want to become can happen. The way that I do it is very intentional. Some might say it's intense, but as of right now, I am in full alignment with who I want to become, because I know what my lowest was, and at my lowest, I would say my lowest was about a year ago, year and a half ago. And even now, I still feel like I'm low, but I'm also high, because I know more of my thoughts and I'm more aware of my actions. I was living with my girlfriend, and I was literally living paycheck to paycheck because I wanted to save for rent. And then I became a dad, and I still was partaking in all the vices, drinking, smoking, playing video games still. And it was like I was in this endless cycle of just believing that I could still do this while my kid was just growing inside of my girlfriend. And it was a very tough time mentally, because again, I was smoking, I was drinking, I was playing video games, I was just blocking off the entire internal state of what I really needed to sit down and understand with myself. What eventually ended up happening happening is I just started to seek more personal development. And you might say, here we go, because yes, I started to read, I started to pray, I started to meditate, I started listening to audiobooks more. And then what happened is I just started posting on Instagram, like just motivational quotes of me just, speaking my mind. And then as I'm working out, or, something that pertains to exercising. And the only reason I'm telling you this, bro, is because it worked for me. I'm not gonna say what works for you, because we all have our own do's and our own don'ts that we aren't called for, right? God calls us all for certain things, and only we know what that calling is. So, but when I was doing this, I noticed that my mentalness became isolated. As I woke up earlier, I started to sit with myself and just really analyze my internal continuously. And I just looked at my thoughts and my distractions and my weaknesses. When I started to understand, though, I became better. I just started to feel a more higher of an energy throughout the day, knowing that I've done this thing early in the day, not even saying from yesterday, just for the day. So when I say I was waking up early, and I remember that I woke up early during the day, and I get a lower feeling, I would instantly come back high just from remembering from the day of that W that actually was helping me push. So I just say I've reached my peace, my peaceful self, because at the same time, bro, I still have my struggles, and I wouldn't say I'm fully in my my full element of the financial space, but I know that through the internal work I will get there. So when you all see me, I don't even want to speak it into the future. I just say when you all see me, I want to just know if you'll actually see me. Like, do you see me now and what I'm actually saying? Because I will be saying the same exact thing. I promise you I will. Because I know what fulfills me on the internal. I know some people may say that external things, they do matter. And I agree. All they do is validate you more to become more of yourself, to be on purpose, or to do whatever you actually do. Because some people still have bad habits, even with money. It just really is what it is. And when I do it, though, I just feel better, bro. Now, what this is called when you meditate is called a liminal state. And it's not really that clear of what I'm trying to say, but it's really the real reason why you have not found the answer. Because there's something deeper. And a part of you doesn't really want it, because you have to go deep inside of your own self to understand what you actually need to do and what you actually are called to do. Because a lot of people can say they know their purpose, but they don't. You got people that are over 40, over 50 years old that are still working at McDonald's. You don't think that they don't know their purpose. They might say they know their purpose, and that's to flip patties. But they'll actually believe that because they haven't sat with their own self. They always have distractions. They have noise around them, people telling them things. They take devices. They don't sit with their own thoughts. That's the only way that I have been able to understand how to be in alignment with who I want to become and who I must be as of right now. Because the same way I'm acting right now, the same way I'm talking right now, will be the same exact way I talk in the next 5 to 10 years, even next year. But my speeches will get better. My speeches will start to reach more people. My speeches will start to actually make people feel the energy through the technology of energy. Because all it is, bro, is you are automatically sharing this energy space with me once you click on this video. So all I say is, bro, most people, they do struggle, and you all see me. You know where I am right now. I know what I need to do to get there, and you also know what you need to do to get there. And if you don't, I just suggest that you meditate, you pray, you continuously search for personal development things like books, audio books, or just, things about the universe, because I love listening to videos about the universe, about God, and I just love painting the picture of who I want to be. So all the answers are within, bro. We don't give ourselves enough time, though, to actually try to find the answer. We try to find the answer within like a couple hours sometimes, or a couple days, all because of we see people on Instagram or social media just having this materialistic stuff. But you all get that those are the 1% people. When you understand those are the 1% people, you'll stop actually worrying, because you're trying to compare yourself to a person that's been in the game or on a different level than you internally, physically, spiritually. So all I'll say is if you're on level 1, bro, learn how to get to level 2. Simple as that. Look at how you are having exactly all of these tasks, not to a burnout point, but a non-negotiable task. Praying, reading, exercising for 30 minutes, meditating. Those are only 4 things. And then, again, something that you love to do on your personal craft, which is 5 things. But don't stack your discipline chart because you feel like you just need to do more. I fell into the aspect of doing more still and receiving maybe even less, because of all of my thoughts in my head. I'm just looking for the result, just looking for it. And I always have this in my description, because when you get the result, are you going to stop? You're not, because if you stop, all of the work that you did to get the result will vanish within the eye of time, because you now have stopped working towards where you wanted to go. So when you get to where you wanted to go, stops, everything else stops. You become stagnant, and there's really no such thing as being just maintaining. You're decreasing your value. You're not increasing mentally, physically, or emotionally. Or spiritually. So again, everyone doesn't know this though. And that's why I really made this video, because I was actually watching this movie. And I'm about to go a little off topic here, I'm sorry. I was watching the movie, The Passion of Christ, when Jesus was actually getting crucified. And what was happening is, in the beginning of the movie, it was little clips of Jesus and I believe his name was Peter. We're talking, and Peter told him he would, he would he would die by him, die with him or walk with him. But when Jesus was actually getting whipped and just beaten relentlessly by everyone else because of what he believed in was the higher power, which was the Lord, the people asked Peter, "Aren't you one of his disciples?" He was denying it. He kept denying it. So he left after that. Like he couldn't even sit with himself. Couldn't. So what ended up happening is Jesus carried the cross for a very long time as people just continuously spit on him, beat him, just tortured him. And when they finally posted the cross up, lifted the cross up, put it, had it standing up, he was saying, "Lord, forgive them, they do not know." They don't know. And because he was still seeking forgiveness, even when people were just beating him, what happened was the earth just shattered. It was like an earthquake that happened once Jesus actually was given to the Lord. What happened is all the kings or emperors, their actual seats, or their actual seat. I forgot what the other emperor name was, but his seat cracked. Right. His seat had separated to the point where there is no throne anymore, because he believed in what he believed instead of believing what in Jesus believed, because he just didn't. He didn't like it. No one liked it. No one liked that Jesus was trying to tell them that he's the Messiah, or that he just knows that the Lord has something better planned for him, and just trying to have them follow him, but for the better. Me looking at that really helped me realize that Jesus died for all of our sins because he was so forgiving. And if you all see how bad they were torturing him, I am a person that is a strong believer, but I just want you to go watch how relentlessly they were just torturing him. And I just want to know if you would believe that you would keep going, that you wouldn't just lay there and just let your life get taken away. Jesus walked all the way to the point of where they were posting up the cross. So what made me really think about that part is me being lackadaisical on my life, and how others I see that I love and care about are lackadaisical on their life. So I know I must be an example, because I love them so much that I want them to be able to see, and I want you to be able to see that through consistency and through faith, you can achieve anything. I love you all. I appreciate you all for watching this video. And if you like this video, leave a comment. Let me know. Or if you got any questions, I'll definitely like the engagement in the comments now. So I appreciate you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.